Yo, what is up YouTube? Back in the garage. We got a full house today. We got the RX-8, the 350Z, and a Honda Fit. So if you clicked on this video, obviously you're here for the Honda Fit. We're gonna be working on this thing. I'm excited. Big stuff coming.
All-wheel drive. Big turbo. K-swap.
All the things. I'm just kidding. Today we're working on the 350Z. We got some cool stuff coming. I know we just did some cool angle mods on the RX-8, but today
we have more angle mods.
More angle mods for the Z. So what do we got, Nick?
I'm going on iteration 2 of angle kits. Before I ran the GK Tech, basically just a bolt-on knuckle kit. Pretty simple beginner option. Also with that, I included their rack spacers. So there's this one, and on the other side, it's got a little tiny one. I had that kit for half a season. So like 5 events or something like that. And I had a big issue with the self-steer. There was no self-steer. I kind of corrected that. I got adjustable upper control arms, which added camber and added caster, which helped, but then I got into the issue of it falling to lock, which it fell to lock before, which I think is just a common issue with the Zs. You have to really work the wheel instead of letting the wheel do its thing. Steering the car when the car should be steering itself, if that makes sense. I mean, I put it on in August and it's now March, but it was like 5 or 6 events. It wasn't bad. So this Heim joint wore out. I don't know. I think this,
Give it a little.
Yeah, like it's loose and it just, like it should be stiff and not loose. So it had play, and I did check it before last event, and it was good because I found the tie rod, not this tie rod. The other tie rod came loose because it has a spacer, which shortens the threads. But this is like an adapter, so this never came loose. So basically, I'm going to the FDF kit. We kind of have it thrown around here. But so I opted to get their Mantis kit. And instead of doing like tie rod spacers on the rack, I got the offset rack spacer. They're custom tie rod set up for their kits, which is just like 2 Heim joints. And then this is the tie rod and the 2 Heim joints instead of the GK Tech utilizes stock tie rods. They have a machined in fail point from what I read on the internet. So this is the knuckle adapter, and this has there's 3 dots here, holes. There's already one in there for 3 different Ackerman settings. So I think it has a parallel, more of a street, and then an in-between. Yeah, so I have 3 points of adjustability. So most kits don't have that, or like the GK, this is the 3rd version of their kit, and they finally got it. All the other 2 versions didn't have adjustability. Oh, that's another thing. I opted for the offset rack spacers because I have steering bind too. So on top of the falling the lock, which I think is kind of a lower control arm issue with the Zs, I would get steering bind because I would over center the rack because of the angle, because I wasn't running offset rack spacers. Or the other option is to relocate the rack forward. Like I think it's like an inch or 2. But then you have to drop the subframe, cut it out, and re-weld it. So say the stock pickup is here. So it's in line with the rack.
Okay.
And as it turns to angle, say it gets to this point, and what happens is it goes past the pivot point of like the ball joint or something like that, and that causes it to bind. But when you move it forward, so it gives it more room to where it won't over center the ball joint.
And what are we doing over here, sir?
Trying to find a spark plug socket that works.
What are we doing on the Fit?
So on my daily driver Honda Fit, I'm doing a valve adjustment, just as routine maintenance, just to
Was it ticking?
hopefully keep the car driving for 500,000 miles.
It's hitting inside. The video, I think they already had it shaved down, so yeah. It's like in here, it needs shaved down. I don't know, I can't really, I'm gonna have to go in there and mark it with a marker or something, but.
What up?
Heck, I don't even know, dude. What up?
Spark plugs?
Yeah, well, I'm doing plugs and valve adjustment.
Sweet, man.
How's your Honda?
Mint.
Of course. It's a Honda.
What are you doing over here?
Grinding.
Point to where you ground.
Somewhere where it's shiny.
Where it's shiny, I think I see it.
So this slides. Basically, there to get the Ackerman, it slides.
Okay.
I will show you. So it hooks here, and then it slides in. And
So you're just hitting down here.
yeah.
Looks like you need to shave some more.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Have fun.
So then,
All right.
240,000 miles.
no. 195, but that's good.
It'll be 240 next time
man.
you see it, baby.
Oh, that's right. Nick's has 240.
His is a little older than mine.
That's a Honda.
Thanks to Mr. Matt Ward. He's giving me a few oil changes.
The good ones.
Yeah, and he does them good. I mean, look at my engine.
I've only messed up 1 or 2 oil changes in my career.
I wonder if Nick's look that good.
Dude, mine's pretty clean. My car didn't even leak any oil. I mean, it might not have been that nice, but. What's up, guys? Another day. I got the factory arms out. Yesterday, I installed the knuckle adapter, the offset rack spacers, and their heim joint tie rod setup.
Let's go check out the knuckle adapter.
It's not connected, but the knuckle adapter's on. I have it, the setting, I think I have the pickup point most outboard, which should be more of like a parallel Ackerman or parallel steer, or I have it completely backwards. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I have it how I want it. Tie rod setup's on along with the offset rack spacer. And then I think we showed you guys in the video, you do have to grind your knuckle. I don't know if it'll be, you probably can't see it. And to get clearance, you have to pretty much just grind at your knuckle. The knuckle's aluminum, so it's not a big deal. It is kind of annoying, but for the adjustability you get on the stock knuckle, it's definitely worth it. I did find out they do have different length tie rods. I found out the tie rod length I got only works with the lower arms. I found that out when I went to...
After you drove home with like 2 inches of toe in.
Yeah, on each side. So if you're actually looking to put this on your car, and you're gonna do a lower control arm, you're gonna run into this, you may not, but if you live in the Northeast like we do, you will more than likely run into the issue of, over here, you see our compression arm that I had to spend 2 hours cutting off because it seized to the stud.
That's all right.
It's not cut.
Came right out.
Yeah. So that one, I was actually able to hammer that one off. This one was seized, which happens to a lot of people from all the videos I've seen. Pretty much have no choice but to cut it off. So I got to spend 2 hours cutting that out. So that was fun.
So he has the lower control arm all out. So now he's gonna put in the new ones. So I'll try to get some footage along the way. Over here, I'm kind of plucking away at this RX-8. I'm trying to just get some easy stuff done because I'm tired today. So what I started doing over here is the hood latch. So I actually kind of got this one finished. But I also went ahead and installed these hydraulic hood props. I think these were like maybe like 30 bucks on Amazon. Pretty much straight bolt on, super easy. So I'm gonna see how those do. They have a little bit of flex in them, which isn't ideal. So may try to beef them up, weld a little kind of support plate on there or something. But getting my hood latch kind of ready to go. That way, once this thing's ready to drive, there's nothing holding me up. Got some angle, dude. It's still like so cambered in, even though you're at full lock.
Look at all that angle, man. Oh, that's way more. Oh boy.
That's what's
Dude,
up.
that's a lot. That's definitely